Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Méchet for episode number 5, where we've literally moved on to the end of September, just got that work done off camera between the episodes I said I would. And what we're going to do now is, before we move on, we're going to collect them contracts that I had said I was going to get done. We had 5 contracts now. We had mowing, spinach harvesting, I had to do that myself. The AI worker would not do it again. Fertilization, cultivation, and bale wrapping. We leased a wrapper because we want to wrap our own bales. In total, that brought us in a total of 28,997, just under 29,000 plus. We got 4,190 from the spinach bonus from the harvest, so pretty handy income. So we were on about 50, we were there, because we paid out for a couple of bits and pieces, AI workers and that. So we're on 85,000 now before we move forward. So we're going to just sleep on the spot, move forward to the 1st of October. Yeah, while it's doing that, I'd like to say thanks to all the new subscribers who've subscribed to the channel, and especially to those who obviously have a great interest in Méchet and seeing what's on it and that. And glad you could join me as we explore the map and all the productions and everything else. And of course, not forgetting my long-time subscribers. Yeah, we rain in again. We still have water running off the roof. Yeah, it must be. I like these little additions. Anyway, move forward to October the 1st. Let's just save it and now going back. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at a couple of things I said I was going to think about this time. One was getting a loan to buy the Snail Farm and the wood production, firewood production, because we want to start doing something that's going to give us a bit of income during the winter. And I need to just do a quick tot up on exactly what everything is going to cost us. So just give me 1 second, I'll bring you back. Now, sorry about that. I already had all this written out and I lost a piece of paper. I had to do it again. I must have thrown it out. Okay, let's jump into the map. Yeah, Snail Farm is up here. That's 188, you could say. I was looking at this field here beside it, which is 32. So I was thinking like we need to grow a crop for to make the snail food. Also, we have the firewood production is this one here. It's 38,000 for that. And then the smallest forest plot, which I'd like to do, is this one up here. I was looking at the one here beside the forestry, but I think if I start cutting trees down here, it's going to take away from the aesthetics of the area when you're coming up here with these trees missing. So I prefer to do it on a plot a little bit further away. Okay, in relation to it, it's not that far. It's literally, I don't know where the access is, probably onto this road here and down around. So it's not really that far away. This is just a standard scale map, so it's not really that far away. So basically what we're looking at is 350,000 to buy them, the 2 productions and those 2 plots. But we're also going to need ancillary stuff, like I want to put machinery on these just to do these, if it means a small tractor and a loader here or whatever, plus whatever other bits and pieces. So what I was actually considering doing was borrowing 500,000 and then keeping a record of everything that's spent from that 500,000 on both the wood, firewood production and the forestry, and then see what we get from the sales of material, how long it takes to pay back. It's easy enough to do with a simple spreadsheet. Just to do that, just for the fun of it, to see, rather than saying, right, I have 500,000. So basically what I'm going to probably do is, if I borrow 500,000, I'm going to blow it on, I'm going to blow it on stuff for this, or thereabouts. And if I'm 50 grand short, I might pay 50 grand off the loan and do it that way and say, right, we've 450,000 and we need to pay that back. But that's what we're going to do. So, okay, with that in mind, let's do the first thing first. And let's take a loan. It'll give us a loan anyway. So we want to buy, it'll give us a loan of 1.2 million. So we want 500,000 And we do that over, what is it, over 2 years? Let's say 20 grand a year. Okay, so let's do that over 20 grand a month, sorry. Let's do it over 3 years. That's 14. Okay. So we're going to do that. We're going to take our loan. There you go. We have a loan that's costing us nearly 15,000 a month. That'll come out automatically. There's nothing we can do about it. We can pay it off if we have the money. But we don't get to choose when to pay it back. And that's kind of what I wanted to do. So first things first, let's buy the Snail Farm. So we bought that and let's go visit. Because I'm not 100% sure everything that's on it. This is, what have we got? Flour mill, because we obviously need flour of some description on this one. We have, this is the one for the snail stone shed with silo. This is the one for doing the snail food, is it? Where is the trigger for that? Is it in here? Hold on. Let's see. We're learning this. Yeah, this is for doing your cooked snails and that. So, we need garlic, we need butter, and we need snails. So for garlic, we can do that in the greenhouse. Butter, we're going to need the dairy to do that. Let's go into our, oh, it's giving us all these old ones, which is all the snail breeding greenhouses. Okay. Now let's just see. For them, we need breeding snails, lettuce, snail food mix, or feed mix, and water. So we get our snail feed mix where? What does this give us? Snail feed mix, there we go. Let's see. What's our spring wheat, limestone gives us 5. One spring wheat and limestone gives us 5. Or we can use oats, limestone. What's the other ones? Hold on. Sorghum and limestone. Spring barley and limestone. So we obviously can't use winter. Winter crops. It has to be spring. Spring wheat or spring barley and limestone. And that gives us snail food mix. Bit of a tongue twister when you're saying it for the first time. So that obviously goes in here. And then you can mix it up in there. Okay. How many greenhouses do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the last one is our normal greenhouse. So we're going to need a bowser up here. We're going to need a water source as well. A tractor or where's the spawn points? Spawn points must be at the... Oh, they're on the front. Are they? Yeah, there. Yeah, between there and there. So this is our spawn side for our snails. We're going to have to buy baby snails. Or, yeah, what are they called? We'll get there. As I said, we're all learning this together. Breeding snails, which we get from one of the stores in town. Let's go to the map. It'll tell us where we get breeding snails. No, where is it? It's hiding from us. I know it's in the help menu. And that would help if we went into the snail farming. Now I need to scroll with that. Okay. Breeding snails from the Bricadin store. How you pronounce it? So obviously that's like a warehouse, I presume, in the town. Not exactly sure where they are. They're the wood. Cooperative. They're the wood sales. Direct wood sales. That's the dealership. That's wood sales as well, as far as I know. What's this one? There you go. That's where we buy them from. Visit. Okay. So if we click on this, it should give us breeding snails. There you go. So one pallet is 1,400. Don't want planks. So if we buy 10, it's going to cost us, 14,000. So that's where some of our money's going to go anyway at the start. So we have that sorted out. So we kind of know what we need for here. We probably need another Bowser rather than just the one we have. We could do with a tractor here as well, or something with a front loader to shift the pallets when they spawn. And the other thing we're going to buy, as I said, we're going to buy the, let's visit it. Well, Firewood Production. And where's our trigger? Now, you normally spawn beside the trigger. I'm going to buy that. It's 38,000. Okay, and what do we need to put in to the firewood production? Just wood, plain old wood. And we get firewood. Put in 80,000 litres, we get 70,000 firewood and 10,000 wood chip. So that's okay. Yeah, where's the trigger? Is where I'm standing at. Yeah, there we go. So we got to get our wood in here. The other thing we need to do then is we need to buy our forestry plot. I've gone through them all. A lot of them are much more expensive. This is the only one that's kind of closer to it, but as I said, I don't want to destroy that hill there because they're going to pass by that a lot. So we're going to buy this one. Click on the right button, buy. There we go. So we now own the forest as well. And we can now do our wood production and our snails. Now, which field do we buy? We've 263. I'm going to jump back to these. I just want to have a look. That field, hilly enough. We've done a contract in it. It's right beside the farm. I'm just looking at the ones beside it. Now, these will not have crop rotation on them. If we buy one or two fields up here, they're purely going to be for, this is number 79, which is acre-wise, that's 4.15. This one here is, field size 5.2. Field size 3.6. The small one beside us is field size 1.4. You know what, let's buy this one. That leaves 127. Now, not all of that is, we've about 50,000 left after we take the money we already had in the bank into consideration. So, we're gonna be up and running now. Give me a few minutes. I'm going to buy a bit of equipment and get it organised up here. Get water into that. I'll put down a water point for filling if there's nothing nearby. And get a Bowser, a small tractor with a loader maybe. And we're going to need a flatbed of some description as well to load up the breeding snails. We're going to need to grow our lettuce first because we need that to feed them and that. So we're going to get this up and running. We also might get a decent enough tractor we use between here and the forestry, because we're going to have to load up those trees. They're not going to be the easiest of trees to load up. Let's go back to that plot. You see what we have. We're going to have to delimb them, and it's going to be hard enough because they're like these ones might be okay, but the likes of these ones here now are going to be a different ball game. Probably replant with lodgepole pines. Use this as our timber area to provide our timber for our productions, and that's what we're going to do. Right, outline of what we're doing. Episode number 5, as I said, it's going to be about production, Snail Farm and firewood to give us something to do during the year. At the winter months, if we look at our own crops, we have nothing ready. Our oilseed radish is ready to plough into the ground. Our alfalfa is growing. It says it's not fertilised, but yet when you go to the alfalfa, let's jump to that field, it tells you it doesn't need it. I was saying it's okay, so maybe I could throw fertiliser on it and improve it. I might do that. I might just throw a dusting of fertiliser over it. It won't be an awful lot. And just to give us the best yield out of it. So for now, I'll get organised, the stuff up to the Snail Farm and all that. I'll get all that organised and I'll bring it back in then. Okay, a few purchases. A second-hand 3670 Massey, brand new loader, brand new log grab, and a brand new transport trailer. So that's a sort of for our forestry end. Now, what I was thinking is we do have that loader with the fork pallet on it up at the farmhouse. Now, we also have, I bought a second-hand, no I didn't, I bought a new water tanker. The Jenskin one, I think it is, or, hold on, I'll show you now in a minute. I'll watch where I'm going, these tight corners. Just thought I'd bring you back in going up here to let you see around the map. Zoom out a little bit, big jump. Oh, this is our plot. Okay. So this is our plot here. So let's just leave this here for the moment. Yeah, got this second hand. It's only 12.5 hours on it or something like that. Yeah, it's not bad. 170 horsepower, put extra wide tyres on it just for what we're doing. I don't even know if I got a chainsaw. I think I have. No, I've no chainsaw. I need to buy a chainsaw. Two contracts, a clown contract and a mowing contract on their way at the moment. And I am wondering, is this thing any good at all? It'll be more use up on the Snail Farm. Now, transport. I was talking about flatbed, but for transporting bits and pieces, I think I had one of these before. And I actually think because you can drive faster, it's a little bit easier to get around the map quicker. Main colour, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change the main colour. I'm not going to have much money left now after this. This doesn't have to be necessarily used just on the... Yeah, we're going to run with that. 23.82. There's nothing else I need to change on that. That'll do. See what I mean? We're really knocking a hole in our money. That'll do for transporting our limestone and our snail, breeding snails and stuff like that. Now I'm hoping when I get this down to the dealership, I can tow the water tanker with it. So I'm not going to keep you in for this. It's going to be a long road down and up because it's only 20 kilometres an hour. I'll bring you back in just a little bit. Okay, tell me that does not look weird at all. It's pulling it. Now there's nothing in it and we haven't hit a hill yet, but it's pulling it. It took me long enough to get down to get it, but that'll do for, if it works up on the Snail Farm, well and good. It'll work for what we want on the farm, because I honestly couldn't see me using that loader, or whatever you want to call it, forklift loader or whatever, anywhere else. So I just thought it was a good idea to utilise it up here. And then use the tractor and the loader on the other farm. Now, I'm not saying tractors can't be used from the other farm on this farm or the other. I wanted something independent for doing the forestry work, something different. I have a feeling the 170 horsepower may not be enough when it comes to it at the end, but we'll see. We'll struggle with it probably, and it'll do for now. We haven't got the money to do anything else. And we're going to get by with what we have. You may have noticed when I jumped through, one of the tractors that came up was the New Holland that I got when I had the red tape mod installed, and then when I took it out, it didn't take it back. I have a feeling we're going to lose that at some stage. I literally used it when I leased the Bale wrapper to do the Bale wrapping contract. That was all. The other two tractors were off doing contracts. And I used it for that, but I have a sneaky feeling that we may lose that at some stage. The other thing too, just a heads up, there's a problem with the dairies on the farms. They're not working. If you try to put something into them, they actually crash the game. Now, what I noticed was I was testing it when I finished the last episode, I spawned in one pallet of goat milk, which is a churn of goat milk, which should have had 1,000 litres in it. When I put it into the dairy was full. It had 10,000 litres in it. So it's obviously something got to do with capacity. And then it just froze. So I believe they're aware of it. There's going to be an update. So hopefully we won't need a new game save. I'm kind of a bit wary going ahead of making note of everything I have bought and everything else. And the money I have, I'll make note of everything before I update it. If it is a new game saver, I'm going to have to try use the easy development tools to rebuild it. Here we go. It's going to slow down now. We're going up the hill. Yeah, I may need a tractor to get this up the hill. But you may need to rebuild it if that happens. But I haven't built any sheds. I put down a silo. And that's basically it. So it won't be a major thing that I need to rebuild a farm or anything like that. I'm going to hold off doing anything like that until we find out when that's updated. It could even be an update out for it today. I haven't checked on ModHub or anything, but hopefully that'll get sorted, and hopefully we'll get Fieldstone as well. Anyway, I'll struggle up this hill and I'll get a few things sorted as well, and I'll bring you back in then. Okay, put down the water point, €200 for that water point. Hey, you won't pull it. That's why I brought you back in to see. We're doing wheelies. I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen once I filled it up. Can I get it up to the first? I can't turn, you see. Let's see if I'm pointing in the right direction. No. Come on, go, 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 go. Look at the deformation in the ground. Look at it. Anyway, yeah, I have another ploughing contract. It was I know I said I wanted to do different, but it was actually the field 2 fields up from the one that was on. So I just said, here, no, that's not going to work. Okay. No. Anyway, it was worth trying. Anyway, this little forklift will be ideal for up here. It really will. So we'll stick it in the shed and we'll leave it. Oh, we have good storage space over this side. We have to get our wheat up here and get it into the mill. Do we need to put wheat in there? We do. I see I'm lost with this whole setup. What we need to do, flour mill produces snail feed mix, which is spring wheat and limestone. Okay, so we do have spring wheat. We have 13,000 litres. We supposedly have 1 pallet of limestone. Now, it was in the second-hand market and I bought it, but it looks like I only have a pallet. It's there. It doesn't look like there's anything on it. It's not showing anything on the loaded on the truck. Hold on. Limestone. It's here. I got an empty pallet. So I bought that in the second-hand market and that's what I got. So anyway, yeah, not having a great go at this, am I? Yeah, this field was literally the other field I done. This is beside the train line. It'd be nice to see the train. It's right beside the other field I done is literally over there. It's just across there. That's why I took this on. 2 cultivation contracts. One is the big field we done the green bean harvesting, and the other one is right beside the farm as well, which is why I picked them. So that'll give us a little bit of income. And I'm going to take this tractor that I robbed from the red tape mod. And I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to bring it up to the farm to pull that water container around. We'll need another tractor for up there because I can't see this staying in the game. But I'll keep it for now and I'll make the use of it. I may put the red tape mod in again because somebody said to me you can turn off the schemes and that. Now the only thing is I wanted to keep the scheme on for the demos, but you can only knock the whole lot off and leave on the tax. Now, it would be nice if at some stage in the development of the red tape mod they're split, that you can turn the water contamination one off, especially for a map like this where there just is streams absolutely everywhere. Like even in the forest and that you come across them. So it's near on impossible to spread fertiliser or anything without getting a penalty. Right, I'll get this up and I'll start getting some water into the greenhouses. Got this one up and running. The lettuce looks very different. That's early stage growth. It's literally only up and running. I put 3 loads of water in here. Holds just over 7,000 litres. I put water in, not all of these, just I put one tank in. I think I've done all bar the last one. I put down the water distributor, but that's going to take a long time to fill up. There's 11,000 litres in it. Need to keep dumping from this and then refilling and dumping and refilling. And then it'll eventually at the top of the hour start to distribute evenly, hopefully. I want to see is it working. We'll see does it work across them. Just while I'm doing other things, when I jump into it, just let it fill up and then go off and do something else. So need to go to start that contract. That's going to take a long time to do. It's a big field. Pay the workers. I bought a pallet, as I said. I thought it was limestone. So we need to go and find that buy station where this is it, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So when we come out of here, we go. It's up this way. Need to find our way around. What I'm going to do, I'm going to buy some of the snails. Breeding snails. I'm going to buy some limestone, and if I can buy one pallet of the food, because we need to go and make the food for just to see can we get one of our snail green. Oh, there's no collision on the sign. This is it here, isn't it? Yeah. What am I going to do with my pallet? Right, let's just see. So, we're just going to buy the one pallet for now. 1, 2. Okay. Then we need to buy limestone pallets. 2. Hopefully it's not just a pallet we bought again. And what else do we need? Breeding snails. We need snail feed mix for that. We need the limestone to go into the grain mill. Breeding snails. I didn't see breeding snail or snail feed mix come up. Maybe it isn't in. No, it's not coming up there. Wonder where you can buy it. Let's see. As I said, real education for all of us, this. Snail feed mix will be under S. Probably down the second one. Mightn't be a buy point for it. You might have to make it. Which is fair enough. Part of the fun. Snail feed mix. No buying point. Nope. Oh, go back. No buying point. Okay. So we're going to need to presume the load in bay is through the gates. Yeah, I hope if you're here watching this, you're enjoying the tour. I can't say, what did I buy? Breeding snails. Now, there is a way of actually opening down the sides on this. I don't know whether... Oh, it did work. Okay. Auto load. Right, I'll get this back up to the farm. It's a fair drive back up, and the other thing we'll be able to do is put the snails in. We've no lettuce. And we've no wheat up there. Spring wheat. Now I need to look at the map again. Still not fully aware of my route. Yeah, back up the road by the dealership. Not fully aware of the routes around the map. I find the steering sometimes when you're in the vehicle, it doesn't react very quick. And of course this does 169 kilometers an hour, which does not help. I'm going to bring that down to a more respectable, manageable 70. So I'm going to lock it in. Otherwise I'm going to be picking myself up out of the ditch the whole way back up. Okay, there's not a lot we can do until we get the grain up. I need a tractor for that. There's the John Deere's finished. I'll have to get it back to the farm and get the trailer and get the spring wheat and get that up, and then I can put it and the limestone into that production to make the feed, and then we can get the snails once we have some lettuce, which probably we have to move forward a day for that. Will be interesting to see it. I'll go and take down a tree, get that into the firewood production, and we'll have a look at that too. Right, I brought the spring wheat up, and you have to back right in, right up against it before you get the trigger. I actually thought for a minute when I was coming up that you actually had to have a grain door and an elevator or auger to fill it in, but no, it'll fill in now. Productions, flour mill, we should be able to start this now. Activate. No red on it, so it is activated, so we are getting snail food. The lime stone goes in over the top. I had to put in with the loader, and I put the two in, and then I hadn't recorded it. So I'll get some more up and I'll do that. It has to be loaded in over the top. It may go in if you have it in the same spot. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll have a look at it. Let me get some more up and we'll try that and see. Okay, I have a worker putting oilseed radish into field number 87 because we put spring wheat in for the production to make the snail feed mix. So we can't sow anything at this time of the year. We have to wait until April or March or April. So I decided I might as well get a oilseed radish in and get a fertilisation state out of it. So I'm just going to leave him there. What else is going on? Yeah, forestry. We're going to cut down a tree and get it into the, into our firewood production and see how we go. Don't know how big these are going to be by the time we cut them down. Come on, give us the... Haven't de-limbed the tree like this in a while. Okay, it's giving me 6 meters. Now that might go on the trailer as it is. Not going to cut it. Are we set to 6 meters? Hold on. It's a while since I used it, so let's see. Yeah, 6 meters. That's what I usually do them because that's what goes in the small trailer. Is 6 meter lengths. Yeah. I'm rusty. I haven't done much forestry work in a while. Okay, 6 meters. You know what? Let's go at 6 meters. They're not going to disappear. Shouldn't really do that because they're going to be left on the ground then. This is where you could do with a wood chipper as well when you're doing this stuff. I just want to get something into the, you know what, let's go for a big one. Stop messing about. Probably fall on the tractor. Yeah, exactly. Told you. Look, my lovely new tractor. Second hand, brand new. Just want to get some wood up to our production, our firewood production, just to see what it's like. I've done this for so long, deliming trees, and then I discovered the lazy way of doing Scotch pine and stuff like that. That was much easier to do. Get up. And I always fall off. Get the ones we can get from the bottom. See, I'm rusty. And there's only one left. And that little bit. And there's one hanging down below. There we go. Where's that other one? There it is. Jump. There we go. Should get it now. Pressing the wrong trigger. Okay, 6 meters. That's 6 meters. There we go. We can get 2 of these on, and then we can get them up to the production and get it up and running and see what it's like. I'm more interested in seeing how our tractor performs. Delimbed, yeah. Grand. Could use auto load to probably pick them up. Go on. Gearbox in this. Click, click, changing gear. The tool not allowed to detach in this. Oh, God, I'm on the loader. And the head is going to roll back down the hill. Typical trailer, stay we are. Right, let's get in a bit closer so we can see what's happening. Back on the loader. Okay, which is up and down. Open, close, that's okay. It's a while since I've done it with one of these. They tend to be a bit messy sometimes. Whoa, brake's not working because we're going downhill. Yeah, the trees on this map, they really, I need a weight on the back of this. I need to get a weight with a trailer hitch on it. Yeah. There you go. The small ones on the bottom if I can. So when we get this cleared out, we will sow a new forest of probably, might do oaks for a change, you know, instead of putting in lodgepole pine. I know they're harder to deal with, There you go. That was a lovely shot, wasn't it? I pressed the wrong trigger. I opened up the grab. Could have picked a more level piece of ground to do it on, but oh, never. Trying to show off my loader skills or lack of them. I just want to get a trailer full of wood just to bring up. That's not in it. Oh, it is. Just didn't look like it was. Just to get the firewood production going, because what I want to do pretty soon is trailer running away. That was my fault. I want to jump forward a day and see what we get regards firewood, so that we can see how much it sells for, or where can we go and do a sale. Can we get the what you call it up and running before we finish the episode, get the snails up and running, because I'm kind of aware of how much time this is taking. With that in mind, I'm going to drop you out here and I'll bring you back when I get some more of this loaded up and we're heading to the firewood production. Okay guys, I'm just waiting for this guy to finish the oilseed radish. He's on the last headland. I think he's nearly finished. Yeah, just the last little bit. And yeah, well, I struggled now getting the wood into the wood production. I had to cut it up really small to get on the trailer. It's not suitable, them trees. This isn't really suitable for big trees. Loader won't lift them. So it took me a long time to get 25,000 litres in, just so I could get it up and running. I had the mic bloody turned off again. That's the second time today that happened on me. The first one didn't really matter that much. I drove all the way down, had the mic off, but it wasn't too tough once I got to the top of the hill. Tractors underpowered. To be honest with you, let's jump over to the forestry plot. It's over here. I'll show you the trees again. They're all pretty big. To be honest, to cut these down, I'm going to need a wheel loader and a big grapple on the front of it. I have done that before in the past, so it is doable. The ones I took were pretty small, just up around here. I did take one big one, but I ended up cutting it up so small before I could lift it onto the trailer. There's branches and all left there because it was just taking so long to load them with that setup I was using. But I'll have a look at that anyway. I literally just wanted to get stuff in so that I could go through the productions with you. And once this guy is finished, which I think he may be finished now. He is. Thank you. Perfect timing. We can move forward, because I want to move into the next day and see what we have. I'm going to just drive back up to the yard here. See what we have in the line of snail feed mix and firewood. So I'll just bring this up, and I did from time to time put more water into the distribution. Now it did distribute to the greenhouses on the other side. They've a little bit in them. So we have no sleep trigger up here, sure we don't? No, we don't. Okay, let's collect the contracts first. So busy day, pretty decent, 6,000, 35, 12,000. That was a big field, that took a long time. 36, 604 and 4385. We're on 18,000. I'm going to collect these, see what we go up to. 50,000, just over 50,000. So we made 32. And a lot of work in them. Paid out a lot of fees too for workers' fees, because I I done one of them myself. That was it. Now let's move forward and let's see what we get here in relation to snail feed mix, which should be behind us. We have a pallet. Yeah, we have one pallet. I still got super strength on. I haven't now, so it's a liftable pallet. So let's take that and let's bring it up to the last. Have we a pallet of lettuce? I think we have. No, we haven't. I was hoping we'd have a pallet of lettuce just so we could. That's in there. So what we're short of here is lettuce. Where's the lettuce gone? Oh, there it is. It's around this side. Okay. It's, yeah, of course, it's different greenhouse. Okay, so we should be, oh, there you go. You can see the difference in the ground now. The lettuce into feed, and there are the snails. Ah, okay. We got snails. So they're off. Now, there'll be nothing in here, really, because we've literally just put in what was needed. Where are we? Snail output. We've no liters because it's literally only started. You know what I could do? I could actually set this to distribute, and then it will distribute to the greenhouse. Now I tell you what, I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, so that's I suppose you could say that's the Snail Farm purchased and production started, and an explanation of what you need to do. We have a bit of money now to. Why did our money go down? We obviously had costs along the way. I didn't buy anything. No, I didn't. No, we obviously, when we moved forward, there was a few bits and pieces. Yeah, there would have been, yeah, production costs and that. Yeah, we have our feed mix production up and running. We're going to have to get more limestone for that. We have money now. We can get more limestone. We can get more snail, breeding snails and put them in. And we can get more up and running. So at least I hope that's given you a bit of an insight into how this end of it works. When we get garlic and butter, which we'll need to, like if we not going to have milk for a while, so maybe we might just buy a pallet of butter. And I don't want to switch that greenhouse over to doing garlic as well. You know what, let's do it for one pallet, just so we have it to put in there. And we can get the garlic up and running just to... There you go. And we've garlic. We'll have it in the next episode. We should have it. We hopefully early enough in the next episode when I bring you back in, we will have enough products to actually get the snails cooking. There's no other way of describing it. So we need butter, garlic and snails. So hopefully we'll have enough of everything. And we can possibly then go and sell them. Okay, our other production that we got up and running, the firewood, let's go visit. Do we have any pallets? We do. And where is this? Would be at the other farm. Let me get this loaded up and then we'll go and sell them, see how much money we make. Okay guys, come with me. We're going to go and sell our first firewood from our firewood production. Gives you a full list when you go into your value stations. You can see there is a bit of variety between them, so you can pick wherever is the best price, and then you can bring them to the train station. Okay, so I just picked the one on the top of the list, which is 693 to 680 meters away. And let's see what we get for it. And yeah, we're going to close out this episode there when we do this. So once again, thanks a million for joining me on the this playthrough. It's not, what would I call? I'm so used to doing challenges. I was kind of trying to think, what am I calling this challenge? It's not a challenge. Yeah, thanks for joining me on this playthrough where we're really going to enjoy the map and look at every production on it and try do everything on it, which is not something I would always do on a map. But on this map, are we in around the back here? I think we are. We are, yeah. Okay, let's see what we get for this when we sell it. 1,369 plus 36, so almost 1,400 for 2 pallets. So that's fairly decent going. The hardest part is getting the wood to the production point, because the trees are not lodgepole pines, so there's a bit of work involved in them. So from Méchet, Méchet. I'm lost today for words. I don't know where I am. I'm in France. There's the train. First time I've seen it in the distance. Look. Can we catch up with it? Hold on. Let's go. Oh no. Would have caught up if I didn't run into everything. we're more or less beside it. Can we catch it further on? Let's see. Where are we in relation to it? Nah, we're too far behind now. Anyway, we'll save that for another day, and we'll go chase the train somewhere along the way. Anyway, episode number 5 in the bag. I think I achieved what I wanted to when it was coming on, was to get the Snail Farm up and running, get it bought. Okay, we had to borrow money to do it, but we have it up and running. It's in production. Our Firewood Production is up and running. We have our forestry plots. We're going to have to make a few changes because the equipment we have cannot handle the big trees. It just can't. You're cutting them up too small. It just takes far too long. And yeah, we'll have a look at that. We can upgrade that anyway as time goes on. But we achieved what we wanted to today. We have our field which is going to be our summer wheat or barley for our snail feed mix next year. That'll go in April. That is sown with oilseed radish now for the time being. And everything else has been taken care of. We've 51,000 in the bank. We're in another day where we can do more contracts, which I'm going to have a look at in a bit. And yeah, every day is an adventure on this map at the moment. We may tackle another production when we come back. Look, let's have a look and see what we have that we don't own. Like most of them we've got the dairy, the bakery, the mill. They're fairly straightforward. We got the sawmill, which makes timber frame. That's different. And this one just does your normal, straightforward planks, long planks and wood beams. And this one just does your carpentry stuff, more or less. So it was nice to get the different productions that they have, one of them out of the way on the map. And I'm sure there's other stuff as well. There is anyway, between our own dairies on the farms and that to see. And maybe the next time we come back, we might deal more with animals. And why is the manure in that pen when there's no animals in it? Maybe it just spawns overall. The only pen with them in it is this one. And it's not shown there. There's a tiny little bit on the ground there. What you do is you open the gate and you push it into, but we'll go through that the next time. We'll deal with the manure. And we might deal with the animals a little bit more in the next episode. But for now, from Méchet, episode number 5, done dusted in the bag. If you're still here, you haven't hit the like button, please do. Not subscribed, please subscribe to follow on our journey through this map as we explore more each time. There's more to see, more to do that I haven't come across yet. I'm learning as I go along myself. So it's a case of come along with me and watch me make the mistakes and correct them. And it might help you along the way if you're playing it yourself to avoid some of the pitfalls. But you know what? Pitfalls and all, it's all a bit of fun. It's not to be taken too serious. But for now, all that's left for me to do, as per usual, is to say goodbye for now until the next time. So it's bye-bye.